As a woman, I can accept the fact that not every franchise is going to be catered specifically to my gender, and some of the best franchises don't. They're clearly aimed towards men, yet they've still drawn me and many other people in because they're epic, because they're unapologetic, and that shouldn't be a problem, but it is to a lot of feminists who want to control the video game industry and want every franchise to cater to women instead of doing what made it popular in the first place. And now, of course, we have Halo in complete disarray. It seems like the people running Halo's game studios are kind of turning it into a disaster of epic proportions, and after getting savaged for their Black History Month virtue signaling, Halo is posting a tone-deaf message celebrating Women's History Month. But before I get into the topic, if you enjoy the content I create, check out the links in the description, join the community in my live streams, and consider supporting through Patreon or YouTube memberships. Now, as an individual, I understand if you simply want to post about a Black History Month or a Women's History Month. It's your personal social media. You can do with it as you want. But when you are like a director of a studio or you are a project lead, right? Whatever you say does reflect back on your team. So you do have to be careful, but I do not think that this corporate virtue signaling should be praised in any way, shape, or form. It doesn't matter if it's like a month I support celebrating or not. It shouldn't be the case. Companies should not be posting about Black History Month. Companies should not be posting about Women's History Month, because at the end of the day, these companies do not care. They're just doing it to earn a few consumer points so that maybe you will respect them a little bit more because, oh, they respect women or they respect Black people. They should be focused on just making money instead of virtue signaling. But unfortunately, a lot of companies, and Microsoft specifically, have kind of forgotten about that. And now Microsoft's Halo Studios has published on the official X account not only one, but two posts celebrating Women's History Month. One of the posts promotes feminist content for Halo, including armor coating, visors, and emblems. One of the most important rules in Robert Greene's seminal book, The 48 Laws of Power, is Law 35, Master the Art of Timing. Greene encourages us to follow the spirit of the times to reap rewards such as trust, respect, and recognition from audiences. After the posts on March 1st, it's clear that the feminists driving Microsoft's marketing departments have not read a single law from Greene's book, let alone Rule 35. So in a miscalculated attempt at earning the always elusive modern audience's trust, Microsoft recently published this post celebrating Women's History Month, saying, "This Women's History Month, we honor the women whose brilliance, drive, and creativity continue to inspire change within our industry, studio, and company. We rise by lifting each other up. Log in this month to claim your Women's History Month armor coating, visor, and emblem collection." So first of all, why are we putting this even in the game? Even if it was just a simple post on their social media, people might say to themselves, oh, okay, I can look past it. But when you're adding content specifically to the game, which is another step of virtue signaling, it just makes you kind of look like buffoons, because obviously there are women at Microsoft, right? So we know that you respect women. We know that you hire women. We know that you care about women. So why is it you feel the need to add this content to your video game? Are you trying to make up for the fact that you feel you don't have enough women? Are you trying to damage control because you know that women have accused your company of just being generally terrible to women? That would be like if Blizzard decided to post a Women's History Month post. They would get absolutely annihilated with the breast milk jokes. It goes on to say, though, rhetoric aside, the post is a tone-deaf attempt to appeal to a non-existent audience in contemporary times defined by Trump's victory and the rise of conservative values worldwide. Now, regardless of conservative values or not, and just looking at this as a human being, right? I, as a woman, do not care about this. I, as a woman, do not feel more respected by this mega corporation just because they've made one or two posts on social media saying they respect women. Do you not always respect women? Why is it you feel the need to pat yourselves on the back? It's just, yes, at the end of the day, them trying to look like they're virtuous when really they're not. Another hilarious claim is continuing to inspire change within our industry, studio, and community. The problem with these people is that they always want change when the industry does not need change. What we need is you to focus on your job. We need you to hire people who are actually talented, make products that people actually want to buy, and instead of making a new Halo game, they're too busy adding virtue signal skins to the game, which isn't going to sit well with a lot of people. Of course, over the past few years, though, we've heard a lot of changes about Halo Studios, right, with some of the people that they've hired, like Melissa Boone, and this is not the first time that they've, of course, celebrated these types of months. Back in February, they had posted this Black History Month. We're celebrating the contributions and culture of the Black community within Halo Studios and beyond. We're committed to fostering an environment where everyone feels valued and supported. Let's build a future where opportunity thrives for all. Now, looking back a few months, on November 19th, did they post for International Men's Day? Of course not. This upcoming November 19th, will they post about International Men's Day? Absolutely not. They do not love or appreciate the very people who built up this industry, who made it so that they're making billions and billions of dollars every single year. But at the end of the day, you can't expect these people to be consistent because they don't feel like they can gain enough virtue signal points for posting about International Men's Day, so they completely ignore its existence, which is ridiculous. Of course, last year, Halo posted a Pride Month message stating, "Happy Pride Month, embrace love, diversity, and inclusion by equipping the Unity 24 armor coating nameplate and emblem in Halo Infinite this June." And whenever they post things like this, they get absolutely wrecked because sure, you can put rainbow armor in your game all you want, but at the end of the day, you're just a company who only cares, or should only really care, about making money. You don't genuinely give a fuck about someone's sexuality or identity or gender. You simply care about making sure that your public image is what you have deemed proper or with the times, and you want everybody to see you that way. So you are infecting your game with your BS. That's not what people are going to love or appreciate from you. This is why people just point and laugh at these companies constantly, because they're so out of touch with what gamers actually want and how people actually feel. And every single time something like this happens, they get completely and utterly roasted for it. As you can see, Pirate Nation had posted it, and gamers are laughing. Halo is completely dead. I don't think I could work on a game that glorifies or fantasizes modern guns. Call of Duty Battlefield. I've had moments I've struggled with Halo, but the weapons in the world is pretty sci-fi, which creates a large enough separation from reality. If you don't feel comfortable working on a game that glorifies or fantasizes guns, this is not the franchise for you. That is a creative designer for Halo Studios, a total and complete lunatic. What happened to Halo? Halo multiplayer is still a blast, and they've been working on a new game mode and maps. You don't have to wear the woke armor if you don't want to, which is true, but why is it put in the game in the first place? I remember when gaming was less about divests and appeasing everyone and more about gaming in the games. This stuff has got to go in the devs who make it and believe in it. The activists sure work fast on everything, but improving their product, which is so true. They could spend this time working on maps and modes and making a higher quality product, but they're lazy and they're not talented and they don't actually care about making the game any better. So I will be keeping my eye on this situation. Is this the first time that they virtue signaled? No. Is it going to be the last time they virtue signal? Absolutely not. But every single time they get absolutely savaged by gamers for it. But that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this, give it a like, and if you didn't, give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I'll talk to you all again in the next video really soon.